What is up, guys? Tony here, and today we are doing another Final Cut Pro 10 tutorial. Today we are talking about animating text, and what that basically means is that we're going to be making text look amazing. Many times you guys have seen in my videos that I'll make standard, text that you see in a video that's kind of just sitting still or it isn't motion tracked look really cool. I'll make it spin around, or I'll make it zoom in, or I'll just plainly make it move around. The way I do this is with a combination of keyframes and special built-in effects that you can find in the Inspector tab, which is right over here. Basically, when you select something, you can always hit the Inspector, which allows you to, in theory, change what the selected item has options for. You can do this with effects or text or whatever it is. Anyway, regardless, we have a cinematic here. This is the one on Dome that I actually used in one of my videos where I used animated text. It was the video, I believe, Higher. I don't think it is on my channel anymore, mainly because of copyright issues. But nonetheless, this is the same cinematic. So we're going to be using this today, and we're going to do some animated text right here near that sun, which would be nice for a lens flare, actually, which we did another tutorial on. Hopefully I uploaded that before this video, or else I'd be inducting a spoiler. Anyway, regardless, here is the video, the cinematic that is, in question, and we're going to grab some text. So, when you're animating text, yeah, you can start off with your favorite blur text. Yeah, you can start off with your boogie lights. But I tend to start off with custom. Custom is meant to be plain because you can customize it, which is what we're doing, so why not? I'm going to go ahead and drag it out to full length of the clip. I'm also going to be muting the clip entirely so it doesn't bother you guys in the background. So basically, now that we have this text here, I'm kind of letting it render in, but I don't know how long it's going to take. Well, when you have that selected, you can go to the Info or Inspector tab. And of course, you can modify the text itself. We can add this 80s effect. We can make it say animation. And we can, change the size a little bit. And that's all great. We're actually going to make this a little bit smaller. But, we're going to be animating. And what that takes is going into the Video tab. Now, the Video tab allows you to do a couple things, not a lot, mainly transformations. Now, transformation or transforming basically means movement, rotation, scale, and other forms of basically transforming the physics of the text itself and not the individual letters. That's kind of a brief but poor explanation. So, anyway, what we're going to be doing is keyframing, which basically means we're going to be selecting the text and then, of course, using our arrow keys, which you guys can't see my hands. I should probably have a keyboard camera. That'd be pretty cool. I'm going to consider that in the future, actually. Anyway, so you can use your keyframes, so you can see the frames rather better. And we're going to start off at the beginning here, and we're going to go ahead and click Position Keyframe, and we're going to position it in the bottom right. Now, the point of this is obviously so in the future we can keep it in this general region, so we can keep moving forward, keyframing it over and over and over. And it's probably going to look really crappy because I'm not going frame by frame. I've mentioned this in my other motion tracking tutorial. You should not get lazy like me. I mean, I'm obviously doing a tutorial, so time is of the essence, but you should really focus on making sure this looks perfect. In fact, this probably is going to look awful. It's going to bounce around a little bit, which is cool because now you can see it animates around. That's how keyframes work. In fact, we can keep doing that over and over. So obviously you're going to see it wiggling around, which is cool. We can have it wiggle all over the place. I mean, we can have it like run up here a little bit. You can have it, touch the sun. You can also have it move back down. And then another thing you can do is we can keyframe the rotation and also move this down. And then have it rotate a little bit. Let's go here. Let's go here. And then like right about here, let's like whip it up and then bring it back down to 0, I believe. Yes. Okay. So now let's see how this looks. It kind of wiggles around. It moves up really quick. It goes up there. It wiggles around. All this cool stuff. Basically, this is how you animate it in motion around. You can also change the scale, which I didn't show at all, but you can do that too. You can have it like get bigger, then get smaller, then get bigger again. So you can see it kind of do that. So if you ever see people have like text swinging around, it's like that. Like basically in what we call typographies, which I've done in my videos before. This is how they do it. It's basically keyframing and making it move around. You can do whatever you want with these. This is how you make intros. If you've ever seen intros where text flies around, this is how you do it. And this can be used for anything. This can be used for actual clips, but we're talking about text today. Now we're also going to be talking about, let's get rid of that, we're going to be talking about transitions for text. Instead of having to use one of these pre-made transitions, you can have your own. Own. I can't speak today. You can have in spread, which sort of, whoops, I'm going to have to, okay. We're going to have to do this in spread, which really doesn't do anything, apparently. Anyway, in direction, you can have forwards, backwards, center to ends, which is kind of cool. You have a bit of variance. You can change the duration, make it quicker. Well, let's make it slower. You can change the out opacity down a bit. You can change the out scale a bit. Change the out tracking. All these things are easy to play around with. The reason why I'm just kind of clicking these randomly is so you can see a variety of things. As you can see this thing here, which kind of zooms it in. Let's actually turn it up the scale a bit so you guys can see better. So you can kind of see it kind of like zooms in and turns a bit. And the out is a bit random too. It kind of does that, which is kind of weird. And you can play around with these things and animate it through here. I'm not going to show you like anything specific because this is very much artistic. It's just do your own thing, figure out what you want to do. And it all works. You can also change the scale. I don't know if that's going to work. I think I just broke it. I don't even know. Anyway, so yeah, that is how you go ahead and do text animation for in and out transitions. And you can go ahead and mess around with that. And that's pretty much it for text animation. There's moving it around, having it, kind of animate in and out. And it's really fun to mess around with this stuff and make your video look that much better if you don't want to mess with motion tracking on After Effects. This is pretty much the best alternative to it. And if you guys enjoyed this video, you want to see more videos like this, go ahead and like and subscribe. If you want to see a certain specific type of video on a topic that you don't understand, go ahead and suggest it in the comments. And that's pretty much it. I am Tony, and I'll see you guys next time.